Today, we begin an adventure with numbers, starting with the number 5. Why 5? Because among the digits 1 to 9, 5 sits right in the middle. 4 before, 4 after. This makes 5 a symbol of balance, a perfect starting point for our journey. In many traditions, 5 represents harmony and serves as a foundation. But today, 5 is more than a quantity. It's our key to unlocking hidden patterns in mathematics. Numbers aren't just for counting, they're full of secret connections, like a puzzle. We'll use 5 to open the door to a surprising world of math. Our journey will show how this small number can grow into something extraordinary. It may feel like magic, but it's really the beautiful logic of numbers. Imagine a seesaw. 5 is the middle seat, keeping everything balanced. This balance gives 5 a special power in our system. We'll see 5 appear again and again, sometimes hidden, sometimes obvious. Our story isn't about finding a single answer, but about enjoying the patterns numbers create. So, as we begin, remember, 5 is our anchor and our guide. Every step we take will relate back to this special, balanced number. This is the first clue in our mathematical mystery. Let's take our first step and learn the rules of the game. To play our number game, we need 3 simple rules. First, creative decomposition. Break a number into smaller parts, like 10 into 5 plus 5. Second, scriptural convergence. Find numbers in special places, like 7 days in a week. Third, numerical resolution. Join digits to make bigger numbers, like 5 and 7 to make 57. These rules let us break apart, find meaning, and build new numbers. They're our compass and map for this adventure. With them, we'll travel from 5 to places you'd never expect. Review, break numbers, find meaning, combine digits. These tools will guide us through the landscape of numbers. Ready? Let's start our journey. Our first stop. What happens when we start with 5? Our journey begins with 5. Let's add the numbers before 5. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals 10. Add this to 5. 5 plus 10 is 15. Now add 4, the last number we added. 15 plus 4 is 19. 19 is our first major landmark. Now, let's use creative decomposition on 19. Break it into 5 plus 14. 14 splits into 7 plus 7. So, 19 becomes 5 plus 7 plus 7. Now we have 5, 7, and 7, our special number and a new important one. 7 is special in many cultures. 7 days, 7 colors, 7 continents. The repetition of 7 makes it even more significant. We started with 5, arrived at 19, and found 2 7s. This is our first big discovery, a hidden relationship between 5, 7, and 19. These numbers are the key to the next part of our puzzle. We have our key numbers, 5 and 7, found inside 19. Using numerical resolution, we join 5 and 7 to make 57. This new number is our next destination. Now let's use scriptural convergence. In the Quran, chapter 57 is called Al-Hadid, the iron. Iron is strong and foundational, just like our number game. Finding 57 as a chapter name gives our journey deeper meaning. Our simple number game now connects to history and culture. 57 is more than a number. It's a signpost in our story. This connection bridges logic and human experience. Let's see where 57 leads us next. Let's look closer at chapter 57, Al-Hadid. It has 29 verses. What's the middle number from 1 to 57? 1 plus 57 divided by 2 is 29. So 29 is the exact center of 57. A beautiful symmetry. This mirrors how 5 is the center of 1 to 9. Now, let's use numerical resolution, combine 57 and 29 to get the code 5729. This code summarizes our Discovery the chapter and its balancing number. It feels like a secret message. found by following our rules. The story is about balance, structure, and hidden connections. We'll keep 5729 for later. Next, let's explore a new path. Let's start a new journey, this time with 7. Break 7 into 5 plus 2. Join 5 and 2, 52. Split 52 into 26 plus 26. The repetition of 26 suggests importance. Now, combine 52 and 6 from 26, 526. Let's add 5 from our original split to 26. 5 plus 26 is 31. Append 31 to 526, 52,631. We built this number step by step, using simple logic. Each step kept 5 involved, showing its central role. This number looks complex, but it's the result of following our rules. We started with 7, broke it down, and built up to 52,631. This is our second path's result. Let's see how it connects to our first path. Are these paths truly separate? Let's find out. We've walked 2 paths. One led to 5729, the other to 52,631. They seem different, but let's look closer. Remember, we created 31 by adding 5 and 26. Add 26 and 31. 26 plus 31 equals 57. 57 appears again, independently, on our second path. Both paths, using different rules, lead to 57. This confirms the deep connection in our system. 57 is the central hub, tying both threads together. The patterns are not random, they're woven together. Our confidence in this beautiful theory grows. Now let's build something spectacular. Start with 52,631. Append our connecting number, 57. Next, add numbers generated by a consistent pattern. 89, 47, 36, 84, and 21. Piece by piece, we build a giant number. 52 trillion, 631 billion, 578 million, 947,368,421. It's 18 digits long and looks random, but every part has a history. Each smaller number is like a word. Together, they form a sentence. This number is the grand result of our investigation. It's the final structure, built from 5 and 7. The meaning isn't obvious yet, but we're about to unlock its secret. This number holds one last, amazing surprise. Let's prepare for the final reveal. Here's our giant number: 52 trillion, 631 billion, 578 million, 947,368,421. Multiply it by 19, our first landmark number. The result? 999 quadrillion, 999 trillion, 999 billion, 999 million, 999,000, 999. 18 nines. A perfect, beautiful result. This proves our long number was specially designed. 19, from the start, is the key that unlocks this secret. The string of 9s represents perfection and completeness. In math, repeating 9s are just shy of a new order of magnitude. But there's one more secret. Split our giant number into 2 halves of 9 digits each. Add them. 526,315,789 plus 473,684,210. The sum? 999,999,999. The 2 halves add up to a string of 9s, perfect symmetry. Our journey, which began with the balanced number 5, ends with a perfectly balanced number. In the world of numbers, hidden rules and beautiful patterns await discovery. We started with 5, found balance and uncovered a world of mathematical wonder. The adventure of numbers is never-ending. There's always more to explore. Of course, based on a comprehensive synthesis of the provided sources, here is an expanded explanation of the numerical theory connecting the numbers 5, 7, and 19 to scriptural references, structured with an introduction, detailed arguments, and a concluding analysis of its significance. The sources present a fascinating exploration into a potential mathematical system embedded within key numbers and their relationship to Islamic scripture. This theory suggests that the numbers are not random, but are foundational elements of an interconnected and structured design. The central argument here is that a series of non-conventional mathematical operations reveals a deliberate pathway that converges on a specific scriptural reference and culminates in a perfect, repeating numerical pattern. This exploration invites us to consider a deeper, elegant mathematical structure that may underlie divine revelation, suggesting that from simple numbers, a complex and coherent system emerges. The theory is built upon three core postulates that guide the numerical journey from its simple origins to its complex resolution. This initial stage presents the foundational evidence. By identifying and creatively breaking down key numbers to reveal their interconnectedness. The process begins by selecting the number, which is identified as a fundamental starting point due to its position as the next key number introduced is, instead of a conventional mathematical operation, like halving 19 to 9.5, the theory employs a creative decomposition. This initial step is profoundly significant because it argues that their relationship is not coincidental, but is the very starting point of a larger, structured system. The second postulate provides the most direct scriptural evidence, arguing that the numbers derived from the initial decomposition intentionally converge on a specific and verifiable reference in the Quran. This convergence is demonstrated through two independent pathways, strengthening the overall argument. The numbers, derived from the decomposition of 19, are combined to form the number. To prove internal consistency, a second, more complex path is outlined. The convergence of two distinct and independent mathematical pathways on the eve is presented as a powerful argument against coincidence. It reinforces the centrality of Surah Al-Hadid as the intended focal point of this numerical system and demonstrates the theory's internal coherence. The final postulate provides the ultimate proof, arguing that the entire system resolves into a simple, symbolically significant, and perfect pattern when all its components are brought together. This final resolution is the climax of the theory. The emergence of a perfect repeating pattern of nines from such a complex series of calculations is presented as the ultimate evidence of It suggests that the entire sequence, from the initial decomposition to the scriptural convergence, is not a random assortment of numerical games, but part of a deliberate and elegant design that resolves with mathematical perfection. The journey from the fundamental number 5 to the repeating pattern of nines, as detailed in the sources, presents a compelling, albeit non-conventional argument for a hidden mathematical structure related to Scripture. The significance of this framework lies not just in the individual calculations, but in their coherence. The creative decomposition of numbers, the consistent convergence on Surah 57 through multiple paths, and the final, elegant resolution into a perfect pattern all point toward an underlying order. While the sources do not provide specific to support this numerological interpretation, he is built on the internal consistency of the mathematical patterns and their direct correlation with the structure of the Quran itself. This exploration ultimately invites a deeper contemplation of the relationship between mathematics, structure, and divine revelation, suggesting that there may be layers of design and meaning accessible through different modes of inquiry.